very good morning and welcome to what is going to be a big day of sport here on 7. We'll kick off the day with a look at the highlights of racing, harness racing and greyhound racing. The Shark has taken a bite out of World of Sport. It only goes for an hour today before we cross back to Huntingdale for the final round of the Australian Masters, where Greg Norman holds a 7-stroke lead. Certainly the man to beat. He's going for his 4th title out there. First of all, though, we'll check how the numbers fell in last night's super draw of Tats Lotto. $5 million in the Division 1, and the numbers were 18, 19, 20, 29, 32 and 40. Supplementaries 10 and 15. As I said, Division 1 pool, $5 million. Good luck if you've got a share of that. Super 66, the numbers were 3, 5, 1, 0, 8 and 3. And of course, dividends in 7 National News with Mel Walden at 6:30 tomorrow night. For the moment, we'll take a break, then come back and look at the big day of racing from Flemington.
G'day Melbourne, I'm John.
At Flemington yesterday, the feature race was the Australian Guineas. We also had the Blamey Stakes and the Lightning Stakes, and a very good support program. In the first event, the Waltzing Lily Quality for 2-year-olds, and a big field here. The 3-to-1 favourite was the unbeaten Sydney horse, Twining.
There's the light, they're racing. Twining jumped okay with Glorious Way, and they're heading towards the outside and going with them right aspect. And about half the field going to the outside. Over on the flat side, Vainburst is in front there. From Twisted Logic, who's up with the leaders early, and Julep showing some speed. Down the outside, Twining, Glorious Way, Miami Verse, Spending, double match. They're almost in line, with Twining showing more speed than them and going right to the outside rail. Right aspect getting a bit of a bump from Glorious Way. Over on the flat side, and here Solar Princess had gone up to join Julep in the lead with Twisted Logic. Vainburst still there on the inside, and Iolani Bay behind those horses, and they were followed by Hidden Power. Down the outside and Twining about a length in front of Right Aspect. Glorious Way under the whip, Miami Vice, and they're followed by Hot Vixen with 300 to go now. And over on the flat side, Twisted Logic has taken the lead from Hidden Power, and they've cleared away from Sister Shirley. Twining's in front on the outside, leading nicely from Right Aspect. Glorious Way's running on well. Twisted Logic the rails, Twining the outside. Hot Vixen coming in the centre. Twisted Logic in front, I think, on the inside. Very close, maybe Twisted Logic's just beaten Twining. Hot Vixen maybe third, just in front of Glorious Way. They're followed by Sister Shirley, Hidden Power. Behind them, Right Aspect down the outside of the track with Comelina and Nora's Addition. Spending and Julep is with those horses, and well back in the field then would be Vainburst, who showed good speed. Double match, one of the last home with Green Coral.
Well, they're nightmare races for race callers, but Bill Collins calling correctly as usual. Twisted Logic, the winner at 33-1 from Twining, 3-1 favourite, and Hot Vixen third at 25s in the first. In race 2, the Brookside handicap on stage was an easing favourite at 3-1.
Away they go. And Jano a little bit slow on the inside, jumping away quite well. High Country going to lead them early with Mandata, and Solar Aspect on stage working towards the lead too. And they were followed then by Sir Quest around the outside, and going up with those horses King Darius. Wholesome last as they settle down. High Country in front, but being taken on all sides. Mandator, Jacarman Kingdom's gone around them quickly on the outside now with Sir Quest and Solar Aspect on stage. They were followed then by King Darius, Imperial Regina, the rails. Mandator's dropped back at the head of the others from In to Win. The pace is pretty fast. Then came Roche. They were followed further back by Jano, Mystic Monarch well back from top rate, and then Silai, Noblest Roman, Candleford. Next, Peckham, I guess, second last, and tailed off 8 lengths Wholesome. As they went to the 1200, High Country by a length now to Sir Quest, a length to Solar Aspect, a half Jacarman Kingdom, and they were followed then by On Stage and a handy posse on the inside of King Darius. Imperial Regina leading the others up about a length and a half away from In to Win, and then came Mandator. Then behind those horses at the head of the rest, Roche making ground as they slow up a little. They're followed by Jano 2 to Mystic Monarch, and then top rate Noblest Roman, Silai. Candleford back with them from Peckham, I guess, and Wholesome can't get out of its own way. 700 out on the corner. High Country a half length to Sir Quest. Imperial Regina out deep, moving up towards the leaders. Solar Aspect looking for a split from King Darius. Then High Country. Sir Quest has run off the track, and the leader into the straight is High Country. quickly from Imperial Regina, who's tackling it quickly from Solar Aspect on stage, still there. Then came in to win on the outside. Imperial Regina raced to the lead at the 400. Now on stage is called on and goes out after it quickly on the outside. Top Rate making a run from a long way back as on stage swept to the lead with 300 to go from Imperial Regina. Jano coming with a fair run with Pegamaguess, and further back Top Rate, but on stage got clear, 100 to go. Pegamaguess getting out on the inside, but it'll be too late. On stage is going to win it about a half length. Pegamaguess, third Jano, fourth Silai from Top Rate, then Imperial Regina. Mystic Monarch back behind them, then into win High Country. Next Solar Aspect, Mandator, followed by Wholesome Made Up Some Ground. Jacarman Kingdom next with Roche, King Darius. Sir Quest, Candlefoot and Noblest Roman has run last.
On stage, the 3-to-1 favourite had a little bit on them in class in that race. Too good for Pegamaguess, a great run coming from well back in the field, and an extraordinary place dividend of 5.15. It started at 20s with the bookmakers, and Jano was third at 10-to-1 in the second. Race 3, the Criterion Quality for 2-year-olds. Wolver Action, the favourite, at 5-2.
The lights on, away they go. Captain Comaram began okay over on the inside. Proudest Moment. Durham Rivers first out on the outside. There's only 5 of them going to the outside this time. Durham Rivers in front of Blazing Talent, Mix Revenge, Ma Wong and Spacecraft. The rest of them on the flat side. Norgwin Hunter and Proudest Moment in front of Bronx Bomber when they settle down into stride, and Patriotic Hero is just behind them with Wolver Action handy. Then Captain Comaram, and they were followed by Mighty Modest on the outside, and going up well there, and at this stage is Jack's a Trick, Jack is a King. Coming down to the 800, and Durham Rivers just in front of Blazing Talent, a length and a half Ma Wong, and a long gap then to Mix Revenge and Spacecraft the outside. Norgwin Hunter in front, Proudest Moments off the bit from Bronx Bomber, Jack is a King. Wolver Action, I don't think it can win, then Patriotic Hero, followed but the head of the others by Captain Comaram and Easing Dicing, but the outside horses are in front this time, and it's Ma Wong and Spacecraft with a big run coming up the Durham Rivers from Mix Revenge. On the flat side, Norgwin Hunter's fighting back, Spacecraft out wide and Ma Wong, and here comes Bronx Bomber. Bronx Bombers hit the front with about 50 to go. Bronx Bombers won it, Ma Wong second, I'd say, and a nose to Spacecraft third. They were followed by Proudest Moment and Celtic Spirit. Norgwin Hunter behind them from Easy Dicing, Durham Rivers, Patriotic Hero well back in the field there. Captain Comaram and Mighty Modest. Embassy Lodge is also well out of it with Jack is a King, and Show Them All, well, I'm not surprised it finished well back in the field with Mix Revenge and well back Western Replay.
Beautifully bred colt Bronx Bomber getting the money at 6-1 from Ma Wong at 7s, and Spacecraft third at 100-1, returning $25.20 for the place. Wolver Action, the unplaced favourite, at 5-2. Race 4 was the first leg of the quadrella, and Wild Rampage, the favourite, at 7-2.
The light goes on for race 4, and away they go. Mr. Moe stood there again, lost 4 or 5 lengths, and Spritzer stayed with him for company. The others began in a good line. Tim's Gambler, Hyperborean got away well. Wild Rampage up with the leaders too, and Classic Coup wider out. They were followed then by El Vaquero over on the rails, and next is Vuora. Then came Kingfield Flyer next, and back behind those horses Foamy Ocean. Cropley Road, 3 lengths to Bronze Knight, top of the silks Mr. Moe, and Spritzer past the 1,000, Hyperborean and neck in front of Classic Coup. There's another one trapped on the outside, 3 deep at the moment, a length and a half. Wild Rampage getting a good run. Prince Raffendale was the one wide. A length further back El Vaquero, tucked in on the rails from Kingsford Smith, and then a length further back Tim's Gambler. Cropley Road making ground, and they're followed by Vuora, and further back in the field Foamy Ocean, hard ridden from Bronze Knight. Then came Kingfield Flyer the outside. Mr. Moe is one of the last with top of the silks trying to get up on the fence. In the straight, Prince Raffendale and Hyperborean and Classic Coup, 3 in line. Vaquero is blocked in on the fence from Wild Rampage. On the outside is Tim's Gambler coming with a run with Kingsford Smith. 300 to go now, and El Vaquero got through on the fence but is struggling. It's Kingsford Smith taking the lead from Tim's Gambler and El Vaquero the rails. Bronze Knight coming with a late run. Kingsford Smith in front. El Vaquero's coming at it now. El Vaquero's finishing a bit well on the fence. Drew level with Kingsford Smith. El Vaquero. It's won at about a half neck to maybe Tim's Gambler second. A nose to Kingsford Smith third. Bronze Knight flying home fourth with Foamy Ocean. Then Vuora, top of the silks. Wild Rampage didn't run on. Classic Coup tired behind them from Mr. Moe, Hyperborean. Kingfield Flyer was behind them, and back towards the rear Prince Raffendale, and Cropley Road has run last.
Great ride by Lenny Morn on El Vaquero, taking full advantage of the inside barrier. 9-1, defeating Tim's Gambler 4s, Kingsford Smith 33s, and Wild Rampage hampered by its outside barrier, unplaced favourite at 7-2. Race 5 was the feature race of the day. The Australian Guineas and punters couldn't separate Maya Card and Raveneau at 5-2.
Right goes on and they're racing. Bounding away, bounced away well. Vogue quickly looking for the lead from Aberidi. Military Plume got away nicely from Raveneau, Silver Shark. Then Hunza's Ace, Student and Miss. A length further back in the field is Mr. Impertinent from Warned on the inside of the next bunch. They were followed by Northern Copy. 2 or 3 lengths away then to British Steel fighting for its head. Maya Card second last, must be 20 off the lead, and Tristram is last. Vogue in front, pulling hard at the 1200. A length Silver Shark, a length Raveneau. Bounding away in the box seat, a neck away, a length and a half. Military Plume, beautifully positioned from Aberidi and Hunza's Ace. They've got away 4 lengths to Student and Miss. Another 4 lengths, Mr. Impertinent. Next in the field, Northern Copy, British Steel, Warned. 2 lengths to Maya Card, 25 off the lead, and Tristram last. Down to the 800 at the halfway. Vogue a half to Silver Shark, a length and a half, bounding away on the rails. A half Raveneau, 1.5 Military Plume, travelling well from Aberidi, Hunza's Ace. Student and Miss has got closer, 4 or 5 lengths away, British Steel, with the Northern Copy, Warned, then in Mr. Impertinent. Maya Card still second last, and last Tristram. Into the straight, 500 out. Vogue, 2 lengths bounding away, out after it now. Then Silver Shark. Raveneau pulled 3 deep. Military Plume still going well, and they're followed further back in the field by Student and Miss, and Maya Card hopeless with about 300 to go, bounding away, but Military Plume's the one. He's grabbed bounding away, and Vogue. Raveneau's gone. Warned running on. Military Plume in front for 100 to go. From Vogue, who's battling back, but Military Plume under the whip is going on to win. Hunza's Ace finishes well. Military Plume a half length to Vogue. Third Hunza's Ace about 3 lengths away, Warned. Then Maya Card wants another lap. Then Raveneau, who ran a very disappointing race, and so did Bounding Away. Stud for her. They were followed by Aberidi, Student and Miss. Further back, Silver Shark, Northern Copy, Warned. British Steel second last, Tristram last.
Very hard combination to beat in a big race. Colin Hayes and Michael Clark saluting with Military Plume at 3-1. Vogue 50s, Hunza's Ace 100-1 finished third, and the equal favourites Maya Card and Raveneau were both fairly disappointing. Race 6 was the Blamey Stakes at Weight for Age. Dazzling Duke the favourite, but easy at 5-4.
Anyway, the starter's back on his platform. Lights on, away they go. And Dazzling Duke jumped okay. Cossack Warrior a bit slow again with Foxhill, nothing wanting to lead. They canter for 200 metres when Dynasty Prince takes over from Dazzling Duke and Les Choice, Playful Princess keepers. 2 to Cossack Warrior and 2 lengths away Foxhill. Dynasty Prince at the 1300 led about 2 lengths or so to Dazzling Duke on the inside of Les Choice. A length and a half further back Keepers, a half further back Playful Princess, a length and a half Cossack Warrior and 2 to Foxhill. They head past the 1100, Dynasty Prince about 3 lengths to Dazzling Duke, ahead to Les Choice. 1.5 lengths Keepers, Playful Princess, the rails, a length and a half Cossack Warrior and 3 lengths to Foxhill. They go down by the 900 and still Dynasty Prince about 3 or 4 lengths now to Dazzling Duke. 3/4 to Les Choice, a length Keepers and Playful Princess. 1 to Cossack Warrior and 2 lengths last is Foxhill. 700 to go. Dynasty Prince heading to the turn, about 4 lengths to Dazzling Duke. 1 to Les Choice, Playful Princess on the rails. Cossack Warrior being hooked 3 deep from Keepers and Foxhill last. They're entering the straight. 500 to go. The leader, Dynasty Prince, 4 lengths to Dazzling Duke. Playful Princess a length away with Les Choice. Then Cossack Warrior, Keepers and Foxhill. It got a check there from on the outside, Cossack Warrior. 300 to go. Dynasty Prince 3 lengths in front of Dazzling Duke. He's hard at it and it's struggling. Playful Princess has raced up to it, and then came Cossack Warrior. Now Dazzling Duke and Playful Princess have raced up to the lead. Playful Princess took the lead from Dazzling Duke, and then Cossack Warrior out wide. Playful Princess running right off the track is going to win it. 3 parts of a length to Cossack Warrior. Dazzling Duke, gee, he was disappointing today, third from Foxhill. A gap then to Dynasty Prince and Keepers and Les Choice, the last 2 home.
Playful Princess, ridden by Brent Thompson, survived a protest by Michael Clark, the rider of the second horse, Cossack Warrior, for interference from the 250 metres to the winning post. That dismissed, and the prices of the place getters: Playful Princess 6s, Cossack Warrior 3s, and Dazzling Duke, the 5-4 favourite, finished third. In the Lightning Stakes race 7, it was Special, the favourite, at 9-2.
It's on, racing. Placid Arc began okay. Cavalry flew out of the stalls over near the inside. Touch of Genius away well. Heading to the outside is Special from Colpack, and Let Me Tell. Groucho out there from Richfield's Lad and Campaign King. On the flat side, Placid Arc had gone to the lead now. From in second place, Touch of Genius. Cavalry going in onto the rails behind them. Then on the outside, No Patrol. Between ourselves, further back with Mr. Swanky Aqualone. Blazing Keel, and then further out on the track then is Rancho Ruler. Blazing Keel clipped the heels, nearly fell. Then Lord Mornington. On the outside, it's Special being hard ridden here with Let Me Tell moving up to it from Colpack. Placid Arc raced 3 lengths in front at the 400 from Rancho Ruler. Between ourselves and Canny Lass now coming with a strong run. Placid Arc clear of Rancho Ruler. On the outside, it's Special in front, but Placid Arc the leader. Canny Lass running on well and Special out wide. It's a good go. Placid Arc's won it. Special second. I reckon Canny Lass has probably run third, just in front of Rancho Ruler. Then Campaign King, Let Me Tell, and Colpack on the outside. Along the rails there is Between Ourselves, with behind those horses then Blazing Keel, Forget Its Run, Aqualone, and also their Touch of Genius, Lord Mornington, No Parole, Mr. Swanky, and Cavalry. He was a disappointing performance today, and Richfield's Lad, one of the last. Groucho finished a fair way back.
Pretty smart galloper. Placid Arc from WA ran 56.6 for the 1,000 metres, a magnificent run. 7-1. Special 9-2 favourite, and Canny Lass, another great performance, finishing third at 7-1 in the Lightning Stakes. So to the last, and punters stuck with the Hayes-Clark combination Dowie. It was favourite at 9-4.
Now they're settling in the stalls. The light goes on. They're racing. Potoy was slow to begin, and Globetrotter was a clear last with Red Roadie just in front of them. Skiing led Dowie. Etched in Gold going round the outside early. Wallingford up on the inside. They were followed then by Norgwin Mist and Nondescript making up ground from Glen Morriston, Bogan Lord, Top Banner. They're followed by Potoy, Arabian Myth, 2 or 3 lengths to Major Drive, just another. Then Red Roadie and Globetrotter last 20 off the lead. Past 1,000 they go. Etched in Gold took a narrow lead ahead to Skiing, who's pulling. 3 lengths to Dowie, and they're followed then by Wallingford, Nondescript, a length and a half, Glen Morriston, Norgwin Mist. Then a length to Top Banner, Bogan Lord, Arabian Myth and Potoy. 3 or 4 lengths Major Drive, and then Globetrotter on the inside of just another, and tailed off Red Roadie looking for a fence. On the corner, 600 out. Skiing had pulled its way to the lead, about a neck in front as they swung. From Etched in Gold, Dowie pulls out quickly around them though, goes up to them in a stride, and then Wallingford, Nondescript, Norgwin Mist, Glen Morriston under the whip from Top Banner, and then Potoy. Dowie cruised to the lead with 300 to go, shot away from Skiing, Wallingford. Nondescript's fighting on. Potoy trying to get out. Major Drive coming with a late run. Dowie well clear, 300 to go. Major Drive and Globetrotter both finishing fast, but Dowie's got too big a break. Major Drive went up to be second from Globetrotter, and Dowie's going to canter in by 4 lengths to Major Drive. Globetrotter third, fourth Norgwin Mist, followed by Potoy, Nondescript, Wallingford, then just another, a gap to Glen Morriston, Top Banner and Skiing, Arabian Myth. It beat 2 or 3 home. Etched in Gold, Bogan Lord and Red Roadie whipped them in.
Dowie was drawn to win the race, was ridden that way and was much too good. 9-4 favourite, but great runs by the place getters. Major Drive at 9s, Globetrotter at 10s. They're obviously looking for further distances. So those are the results of the races from Flemington. Let's look at the doubles now from yesterday. And the extra in Melbourne for 1 and 3 returned 19.15. The daily double 2 and 13, 24.40. While the quadrella for 3, 2, 6 returned $1,797.15. The Sydney extra 8 and 10 paid $42.05. And the daily double 1 and 7, 19.15, while the quadrella for 9, 1, 7 and 1 paid $469.50. In Adelaide, the extra 9 and 4, 29.15, daily double 4 and 15, $10.30. The Brisbane daily double 7 and 11, 68.05, while up at Bendigo, the extra 9 and 1, 22.05. Daily 10 and 8, 154.55, and the quadrella, well worth having, double 981, $2,597.30. Well, they were the gallops from yesterday. In a moment, we'll take a look at greyhound racing on World of Sport Replay.